Hi guys, welcome back to Dragon Gaming. As for our second video in Ark Survival Evolved, we had a little bit of a problem. As you can see, our base is being destroyed by this dino, this crocodile, which disturbed us, actually me, when I was actually building our base, but it actually attacked us. Also our dino from our last video, which we tamed, a Parasaurus, was actually killed by this dino, but luckily we were able to tame it. It was actually hard. Luckily, after Maitake and Sarko fought, I had to get into the fight so that I could knock it out, and finally I was able to tame it. Though it looks like the crocodile does not need a saddle to ride it, but yet I will create one saddle once we build our base, so it has extra protection. As for right now, we are going to roam around without a saddle. As you can see, our brand new dino has got some new levels. I hope that will help us. As for the first level, I think I'll put him more in health, because as you saw in our last dino, it died because it didn't have much health. It had around 700 health, and I'm going to keep the rest of the levels in attack so that it can attack other dinos and not die. So let's see how much damage it can do in one attack. It's actually pretty much easy around this area, but sometimes you can find crocodiles in this part of the area, but they rarely do show up, and once you kill one or two, they hardly show up. But it's very rare to find crocodiles in this part of the area. It hits for around 1000, not actually. Okay, for starters, while it does 33 damage to us, yes, 975. I'm pretty sure we're going to keep more levels into it if we reach a higher level. Let's go kill another dino. Here we have another crocodile. As I said, you don't see much too often. Once you kill it, you won't even find another one in a while. As you can see, it's doing 250 and we're doing it 1000 damage. Although it does have a secondary attack which does 114, as you saw, but it's best to do the normal attack, since that attack will basically be faster than the normal attack. As you can see, our new dino is actually very fast. Let's attack more creatures and get more meat, hide and keratin, so that we might need it in the... It might be easy for us to keep it. As we see, we have got some levels. Let's put them in health. And it has got more health. I'm just going to keep it a bit in weight and all in attack. Yeah, and a little bit in stamina so that it doesn't get tired. It can also move around in water, so that's a good possibility. I'll just show it in around. As you can see, it's actually very bloody. It's actually because we actually increased its health, and right now its health is very low. As you can see, once its health goes up, the blood stains will be removed. Actually, any dino that you have, whenever its health starts to decrease, you will see the blood stains. Another fast way to improve its health by eating meat, force feeding it. Actually, once you force feed it, it will start getting health at a rapid speed. As you can see over here, it's recovering at 2 or 3, but once you feed it, it recovers faster than normal ways. So that's one way of recovering it, but I don't think any dino at this point in game or this part of the island can damage us enough to take away 7000 of our HP. As for now, we'll just go get my meat and more hide. As you can see, it is doing 1400 damage now due to previous. Our secondary attack lesson is 1618. That's pretty good for starters. Yeah, 1600. That's okay. We shall add more levels later in the game once we take the dino out for leveling up. As for right now, I think we've got enough hides, so I'm going to just go back to the base. As you can see over here, there's an ocean. You can also explore it. It's actually pretty good. I'll make some few videos later. I see a landfall. Let's just get away from here. Basically, alphas are creatures that are 10 times stronger than normal creatures. Basically, if a dino had 100 levels, and alpha is basically a dino which has 1000 levels. It's best not to attack them unless you have a fully tamed level dino. As for now, our brand new crocodile is just going to stay there and recover some of its health. Yeah, it looks very bloody. Moving on, let's continue on making our base. I'm just going to add one more in let's see, oxygen. I'll be traveling underwater, so need that oxygen. As for right now, let's just craft a little bit more foundations. 7. I don't think so that will be enough, but let's just place them first and then we shall see what to do. Also, my bed was destroyed in the last crocodile attack, but it's okay. We tamed the crocodile and it's a brand new day, so I'm just going to start making our base because we do need some tools, and that can only be created once we have a good enough base and enough resources. So continuing on, as for our base, I like to make it by order of 4x6. Right now I'm just making extra foundations for the back so that I can plant later, but as for right now I need more, I think, fiber. Yeah, I need more fiber. I think I'll just harvest more fiber. Yeah, as I said, I'll make a base by 4x5, sorry, and I'll make an extra 2x4 at behind so that I can plant crops, so that I don't have to harvest berries all the time when I need them. Also, I can also harvest vegetables so that I don't get hungry instead of eating cooked meat all the time. Although it's not bad. Basically, we'll be needing 2 types of berries. I will be showing you later in the game how 2 types of berries can affect much of our gameplay later in the game. As for right now, it looks like we have gathered 200 berries, 230. I think that will be enough, but it's just in case we get a little bit of more so that we don't need to come back. And I think we shall be enough by 270. Let's craft a little bit more foundations and some walls. Now crafting foundations. Let's craft around 8 and 2 walls. That much might be enough for starters. As I said, this will be for our planting area. Let's place down more foundations so that we can start our actual base. And this, as I said, 4 and then 5 wide, but for right now I'm just going to make 2x4 so that I can start putting my equipment down and keep storage boxes and keep my resources so that I can continue on with the game. It looks like it's yet crafting, so let's see. Leave 2, I'm leaving 2 foundations so that I can make a wall. That's 1, that's 2, that's the third one. Yeah. There's another thing, there's actually snap points to this, so basically you can keep in both directions, both the outside and in the inside. Basically you can have a double layered wall, but as for right now I just need to make foundations. Yep, there you go. Looks like I crafted extra wall and an extra foundations, 4 of them. I'll just place them, maybe I'll place them, nope, not in front. Let me just place them. I'll just place them behind. Oh look, we have a dealer. As for our health, let's just kill it with our dino so that we don't die in the process. Let's see how much our dino hits. Oh, we didn't level it up, so 15, 16, that's pretty good. Around 1500, not that bad. As for right now, let's keep our foundations. We have 4 foundations extra, so I'm just going to make it better. Place them instead of just keeping them around. I'll just also craft another wall over here, extra wall I have left. Just craft one more and put it over here so it doesn't disturb us when we keep down our storage. And it's actually wise to choose the bigger storage or the smaller storage, as you shall see over here. This is actually a small storage box. You can have a bigger one down below. I think it's on level 16. Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to craft the big ones because actually the smaller one only allows 15 units of storage, means once it's full you cannot keep, while the bigger one can allow 45, almost 3 times as much. So I'm just going to craft the big ones. I'll need 3. Looks like I can only get 2. I'll have to get 1 more. What am I missing? I think wood. Is it wood or fiber? I think it's wood. That much wood should be enough. Let's see. Crafting. No, it's the fiber. Let's go get some fiber. 1, 2, 3. Not enough fiber. Yep, 20 fiber should be enough. 26, but let's just get a little bit more so we can craft other craftables. Now to place the storages, it's best to place the storage very near to each other so you can conserve lots of space other than spacing them out individually. Basically just place them next to the wall, very close. Once it's green, that means it's able to be placed down. If it's red, means it's being obstructed somewhere else. So just move around with it so you can get a better position of it. There we go. And just put one in front of it. Make sure you don't put them separate or they'll take lots of space and you won't be able to keep lots and lots. As you can see, we have kept 3 of them. There will be the 3rd one, and here we go. 3 of them placed perfectly, and they take little space. Later on in the game we shall keep little bit more storage, maybe 5 we shall add 2, but as for right now, as our last storage, we shall keep berries and seeds and extra resources that we do not need or have lots in common, like berries, seeds, meat and spoiled meat, and that will be enough. As for the next storage, I shall also put some equipment as I crafted in the last video, but I never equipped it, sorry. As for our next storage, I shall put some stone, flint, and basically I'll divide the resources up by 3. I shall keep stone, flint, and maybe hide. So that 3 will be there. Moving on, in this one I shall put wood, thatch, and fiber. Let me just keep metal over here because it comes out with the stone, and the egg in the last one because it's very rare to find eggs unless you have tamed dinos which can produce eggs for you. As for right now, it looks like we do not have enough resources, so let me just go get some resources and I shall be right back. Once I get lots of resources, I'll arrange it, I'll sort it out, and I shall be right back. Hi guys, it took a while but I finally gathered some of the resources and I'm back. As you can see, we are full right now. Our weight is full and we have lots of resources. I'm just going to, I think I'll increase my fortitude. Fortitude basically improves depending on temperature. Basically doesn't make you hot or cold. The rest, maybe I shall put one in food and water, maybe. Yeah, I think I shall put one in food and water so that it can help me. I don't know what I should do because it's better to keep weight, but as for right now I'm confused which one to take. Let's just go ahead and put in food and water. Basically it shall be helpful because I shall be traveling lots of times and I might not need food and water for a long time, so just put it over there. As I went ahead and unlocked some of the engrams, some of the craftables, I also unlocked wood, so I decided to start building our base based on wood. As you can see, we have enough wood and thatch and fiber to craft, so why not do it? So let's see. As you can see, we gathered a lot and lots of wood. Let's just craft wood. Next 10, we'll need another 10 more. I think wood is one that's missing, so let's transfer wood, thatch and fiber and a bit more wood and craft 10 more. As you can see, it is 20 wood, 20 thatch and 15 fiber. That's quite expensive compared to thatch foundations. Let's just craft 10 more. You can actually choose how much you want to craft. As you can see over here, you can actually choose 10 or 1 or as much as possible to be crafted. We're also going to craft some walls so that we can make like a proper base, and you can know how much distance to put between the wall and our craftable, our equipment. I did not get enough time to gather some resources for stone, flint and hide, but actually we did get a little bit of hide from our dino when it went out on its patrol. If we have enough, continuing on, I'm not going to keep stone foundations on the behind. I'm just going to keep them in our normal main base for right now. Later on I shall expand it behind. As you can see, the thatch foundation has 2400 durability. Our wood has 15,000, so it is better on wood than on thatch. If a dino attacks, it will be harder for it to destroy our new base. Moving on, looks like it's interested. Continuing on, you can just place the new foundations on top of our old ones so it can be replaced, and once it's replaced, the old foundations are destroyed and you get the resources you used to craft them back. Although you only get half the resources which you use, but that's the price you pay of destroying your old resources or any other equipment that you destroy. But you can change that in your settings to whatever you like. Looks like we're missing one foundation. Oh, here we found it, and there we go. Our base is now full, wood based. Now putting the walls. Let's see, 7 walls. I shall just make the down ones. Yep. Wood. The inside it will be blue. Once it turns blue, you can place it. As I said, snap point does make a difference. There we go. Moving on, place the dash ones. There we go. Now looks like we'll be missing a bit more of the walls. Let me craft a bit more of the walls. Looks like I'm missing on wood. As I said, they do take lots and lots of resources, but once you acquire them, it becomes easy. 13 that might be enough to craft a 1-layer wall. Looks like we'll need to tame a dino which can harvest food for us. By the way, there are dinos which can harvest resources for you, and some that you have to go with the dino to take resources, but I think we might find a dino that can harvest wood for us instead of us going to do the hard work. As for right now, that looks like enough. I'm going to leave the open and behind open so that it can move freely. We'll just put back the rest extra hide and thatch. Let's keep a bit of each so that we can craft easily instead of coming back to our base every time. We've got some levels. Let's just put them in this bit food and extra in stamina and weight. Weight. Looks like we are around level 50. Looks like we have unlocked quite a bit. Looks like we have also unlocked metal tools, but for that we have to get some little bit of craftables. Let's get a forge. Here we go. We do need to convert the metal into a good enough resource for us to craft. So first of all, we need stone and hide and stone. Done. Once we build a forge, we'll need lots of metal and wood or thatch. Basically, you need wood or thatch to light the forge so that it can use as a fuel. I prefer wood because it gives charcoal in return once it's being burnt, and thatch does not give anything. You can use the charcoal later on to produce gunpowder. As you'll see over here, we'll keep wood and metal. Once the metal is being converted, it will be metal ingots which you can use to craft. Yep, that might be enough. Let's light fire. As you can see, it uses wood. Let's go with harvesting a little bit more resources. First of all, we need to repair our tools. Looks like the durability of it is less. I think that much fiber is enough. Repair. Also repair the club. Maybe we might need to knock out some dinos. Moving on, we need to go to a high point so that we can harvest metal. The best option is to go to this island over here. Not actually this one, but the actual island behind this one. It's basically the top of it. You shall find some golden rocks which specifically give stone and metal. They do not give flint, they give stone and metal, as you shall see once we climb this hill. Basically, different kind of resources are found in different places. Metal are basically found in high areas, basically a high hill or a high mountain. As you will see, what we'll need, as you can see over here, the golden rocks are here. For you to harvest this golden rock, you need a pickaxe. Basically, with a pickaxe you can get stone and metal. Though it's rare to get metal, but with a pickaxe and a golden rock you will get metal. But if you do the same thing with a hatchet, you shall be proven bad luck, since hatchet collects only stones, so there is very rare possibility of you getting metal out of it. But once you get metal resource, metal equipment, it will be easier for us to come and harvest metal. As for right now, we just need a little bit of more metal so that we can convert it into metal tools, and then we shall come back up later over here and we shall be able to get some good metal. As As you can see, golden rocks have a high durability to attacks, so it will take a long time before you get some metal out of it. You also got a level up out of only harvesting it. As you can see, our tool just broke only 2 rocks. As I said, hatchet only gives you stone. As you can see, we have moved up to 20, 30, 40. It doesn't give metal. As you see with the pickaxe, just 10 and we got 6 metal out of it. 10 metal. So yeah, to harvest metal, you come with a pickaxe instead of a hatchet. And I think we might have lots of stone than required and less metal. But it will be easier once you get metal tools. As you can see now, we just need as much metal as possible. It looks like we have enough, so I shall just be going back because it's actually dangerous up over here. You can get some crazy dinos and some crazy bugs which attack you from nowhere. It's best to just get as little resources as possible, get out and come back when you have metal tools. You'll be more safer then. Let's go convert the metal into metal ingots. And it looks like something is attacking us. It's a piranha. They do not attack out of water, so basically they attack only in water, so you just be careful. That's why you need to increase your movement speed up to 150 so that you can evade mostly every creature, but in water there is no point. As for that, let's put all the metal in this so that we can get more metal ingots. As you can see, it has produced 6 metal ingots. Let's transfer the rest into it. Let's transfer metal ingots so that you can craft smithy. Smithy is basically another craftable that you have to craft so that you can craft metal tools. You cannot craft them on your own. You need a smithy to craft it. As for right now, we do need wood. We are lacking on wood. It looks like I have to go harvest more of the screen, but I shall do that later. As for right now, let's go get a little bit of metal tools. There we go. It actually used 5 metal ingots. The same procedure applies over here. Use as less space as possible because there'll be more craftables. There'll be more banging tables that will be coming later on, so you need more space. Next on, we shall transfer metal ingots. Transfer. As you have seen, they do not only require metal ingots but other resources. Basically, the common 6 basic resources. Once you put them in, as you can see, we have our pickaxe. It requires 1 metal ingot, 1 wood and 10 hide. It's actually basically cheap, but it's hard to get metal, so compared to other metal resources, the pickaxe is the most cheapest out of all. And also it can only be repaired at a smithy, as you can see. As a hatchet, we need 8 more metal ingots. For that, we shall have to wait for it to get more metal ingots. As you can see, 2 metal produce 1 metal ingot. It's basically a drawback of getting our metal ingots. So if you gather 200 metal resources, it will give you 100 of the metal ingots. Since we have a metal tool, let's go get a little bit of more metal. As you shall see, with a metal tool it will be much easier to get more metal, and we shall not acquire more stone this way. Ooh, a turtle. We shall come back later for it. We'll get more health. Let's put that in weight so that we can carry more metal. Moving on. We are going to go up and up and up. As I said, metal resource can only be found at golden rocks, basically the metal harvesting rocks. Oh, we are attacked by dealers. Looks like there are two of them. You best run away. We have barely got a metal tool. If we die over here, we might lose our metal tool and might not get back to it. Let's just get a little bit of metal and go. Which I'll just take out the stone. As you see, we're getting metal and stone because we are a metal tool. Before, out of 50 rocks we used to only get 10, but right now we are getting more than 100. It looks like we might be able to reach 200. Yep, 208. Let's just go back before the dealers kill us. That might be enough metal to craft all our basic metal tools. We shall come back later once we have enough protection of the metal tools. Moving on. Looks like there's a sandstorm. The weather's changed. Although you don't get much sandstorms in the island. The island is basically an easy map to start off. Learn how to play. Looks like it started to rain. We shall just put some metal and get some metal tools. Let's see. We got 216 metal. That would be around enough. Let's get more metal tools. We got 14 metal ingots. A bit of oh shit, we crafted a wrong tool. It's okay, we shall just keep a spare one. A hatchet takes 8. Looks like we're left with 5 metal ingots. How much does a crossbow take? Let's see. Wait. Let's see. How much does it? 7. We are missing out on 2. Let's see if we have enough resources over here. Open inventory. There we go. Inventory. Yep, we have enough to make one crossbow. Now with that we'll be able to kill creatures like delos and small creatures at a far away distance. But we do need to increase our attack. Let's see. Arrows. Yeah, there you go. Play fiber, flint and thatch. Let's go get fiber, flint and thatch. Let's go flint first. 30, 100 flint, 45 fiber, 70 thatch. Let's see how much. 35 arrows, that might be enough for right now. Looks like the weather's gotten bad. Looks like I have to stop the video right here. Yep, I think for today we shall close the video over here. As for our second episode, it looks pretty good. We tamed our second dino of the day. And we shall continue on from here on out. We shall keep more levels into it and we shall go attack. As for right now, see you. Subscribe the channel and like the video and continue seeing more Dragon gaming.